Good morning. I'm going to go on a quick walk. It's about 16 above and it did snow last night. I'm going to change the camera. And I hope you're having a good Monday. As I said before, I don't really have a day that I don't like. You wake up. That's a good thing. So anyways, I did my exercise today. I don't want to say I was lazy, but I did take a couple of days off and I didn't do exercises or even go on a walk, which was fine. I think I definitely feel much better when I do exercise and when I do get out and take a walk. So I didn't really do a whole lot on the weekend. I was home on Saturday. I didn't go anywhere. And then Sunday I only went to church and then I was at home again. So yeah, it's kind of limiting when you don't have a vehicle, which, is okay. I'm just going to kind of take it day by day. I'm thinking a lot about nutrition the last couple of days. What causes me to want to eat. Boredom, I think, can cause that. Not having other things to do. We like the way food tastes. But also then, what kind of foods am I choosing? That's something I still feel like I'm working on and probably will work on the rest of my days. So I think I'm going to change things up a little bit. But, I don't think I'm going to do the intermittent fasting. I mean, I'm not always hungry in the morning. So there's just what works for one person might not work for another person. I actually felt really good when I was doing the intermittent fasting. Obviously way less pain because you're not eating, as much. And then the less that you're eating, you're picking better things to eat, I think. And so you're not going to be eating things that cause inflammation in your body. I was just watching a video last night about nutrition and arthritis. Really good. There's two different people and they were discussing, people just say, oh, it's just when you get old, you get arthritis. And she said, that's not the case. She said she's talked with 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 40, 50, 60, 70, and they're all experiencing arthritis issues, in their shoulders, in their knees, in their body, in their back. And she said that a lot of it has to do with what we're putting in our body, the nutrition. And I do believe that. I believe that, if you're living off of caffeine and you're not, that will cause dehydration and take away from the water you're drinking. And if you're not drinking enough water, then, that's going to cause your back to hurt. That's going to cause different areas of your body to hurt. If, like me, I struggle with the sugar. If you're, your go-to for a treat and a snack or whatever is sugar. And I'm not even talking about really necessarily, you're like, oh, I don't really eat candy. I'm not a big, chocolate person. I can eat a little bit and be fine. So look at the labels on your food because they put sugar in everything. They use different names for it, but it's in there, in your chips and all kinds of things. And so I watched another lady and she called it garbage, get off the garbage diet where you're just eating junk. If there's more than 3 ingredients, set it down. Don't buy it. We're talking about whole foods. We're talking about, have a pear, have some broccoli, have a piece of salmon, have a steak. I also looked at the carnivorous diet, and that's eating meat. And it basically was like, yeah, you can have meat and more meat and more meat. And I think it incorporated, you could have eggs and some cheese. But I think it's kind of the elimination diet where you're getting off of even the plant-based stuff because some of that stuff can cause inflammation in your body. It's really pretty today. But anyways, it can be expensive too. I've looked over at the meat department, and you don't want junk meat either. You want higher quality meat, If you can't do the organic, you want the grass-fed meat, and I can taste the difference too. And I mean, here in Alaska, you can eat moose and caribou and stuff, but I guess those aren't really fatty. And so they talk about the carnivorous diet. You want the fat too, that it's not bad for you, that really the sugar is more of an issue for your health and even for heart disease. And I can totally believe that. And then, Halloween just happened, and it was billions of dollars that were spent for the candy and all that stuff. And I thought, wow, we could have just fed a third world country with all the money we spent on candy and stuff. I didn't buy any candy for trick-or-treaters. They don't come around our house. It's, a little bit further out. But anyways, just some thoughts on nutritional health and exercise. I think they go in hand. I think you really do need to do both. And she was also talking about, we might not have time to exercise for 30 minutes or 45 minutes straight or even an hour, but that you can do little things. If you're like, well, I'm in pain, I can't do anything. She was like, yeah, you can. So you're sitting, watching Netflix or whatever at your couch. She said, so get up 10 times, up and down movement. That is moving. And, do that throughout your day. If you have a desk job, you can stand instead of sit for a bit. You can, do your calf lifts and different things. But when you're not moving, and I was thinking that too before I found all her videos. I'm thinking, well, it hurts. I don't want to move. I want to baby it. I want to favor it. I don't like this. I don't want to make it worse. She's like, you're not going to make it worse. And you're going to strengthen all the muscles around your knee. And I made a choice to believe what she was saying. And then I tried it. And I'm going on, I started this in August, mid-August, I think. And so we're now already at the beginning of November. And I left another comment to just tell her thank you so much for these videos. And I've found some new ones for other stretches and things, to strengthen your glutes and different stuff. And I said, yeah, it has made a difference for me. I feel like my mood and attitude is better. I feel like mostly my sleep is doing better. That's on me if I stay up too late. But still, sometimes I just can't fall asleep. And that's okay. And then, just doing her other videos consistently. Today I tried 2 other ones for some other isolated stuff. And then I did one of my regular ones. And I'm out walking, which will probably be about 20 minutes. So yeah, I mean, you can get up and get moving. And, maybe your back does hurt. Maybe your knee is really bothering you, or your knees. I get that. But, you just got to start. And you might have a sitting job. You might have a driving job. You might travel a lot. I guess she has exercises that you can actually do while you're sitting in a plane if your legs are bothering you. And so I just think it's wonderful that she has taken the time to share this on YouTube to help other people. And yeah, she has a membership you can join and everything. Walking group and exercise group. I don't really have extra money to do that. So I am just utilizing the free videos and really appreciate it. I don't know what else I wanted to say. I would just say start. Whatever it is. Begin again. And even if you only do 10 minutes or 15 minutes, maybe even throughout your day, 5 minutes here, 7 minutes there, incorporate it. You have your phone all the time. So you can look and find some exercises for your needs. Just, put it in the search engine and you'll find videos. And than the food, which I think is so huge. Ask the question, is this food going to love me back? Or, am I going to have inflammation, headaches, and, a hangover the next day? Because just like alcohol, I believe you can have food hangovers, when you eat too much of something and indulge in whatever. I can just mindlessly eat a bag of chips, and when it comes to sugar, I'm not one of those people that, will just eat one cookie. So I don't buy Oreos. I don't buy things that I know, I'm not going to have control over. I'm going to want to eat, half a sleeve of the cookie in one sitting and maybe go back for more. I'm not saying you can never eat anything that's got sugar in it or anything like that. I've kind of gone both ways where I will cut sugar out completely. And, maybe it'll be 6 months or more. And then once I, start up again, it's kind of like just that cycle of, I'm eating the stuff again. So I don't want to necessarily deprive myself. But I think there's balance and moderation. And I think if you're putting healthy foods in your body and you're getting enough protein, then you're not going to be craving those things. I am really proud of myself. For the most part, I don't do any processed food or fast food. I really do. If I'm going to eat something, I'll have some eggs, vegetables, some salmon. I want to incorporate, I think, some other meats. I'd like to do maybe pork chops again or pork tenderloin and try some red meat. I've never been big on red meat, but, I'd like to check that out, and even some lamb and different stuff, just to see. My hand's getting kind of cold. I'm going to try to put one of my gloves on. But, and then how often to eat. One I was looking at, because I kind of was doing that last September. It's the apple diet, and it's actually really good. And I wasn't really going to try it again, and I don't know that I'm going to do it like I was, because most of the apples are really big. I don't really like the smaller ones. But I'm thinking, because they want you to eat an apple before each meal. But I'm thinking, half an apple. And what it does, here's the thing. What the apple does is, it's good for your teeth. Just straight up. But it also has really good stuff that you need. And then it curbs your craving for sugar. I'm not even kidding you. I ate like a fourth of an apple. No, I ate 3/4 of an apple yesterday for my meal. And I ended up only having one meal yesterday, just before 5. And I didn't really feel like I needed to eat later like I normally want to. I'm craving something. And so the apples really do work. If you are struggling with wanting to eat extra, just eat junk food and you're craving sugar. For me, I don't know about anybody else, but the apples really curb that craving and maybe fill me up. I obviously ate other stuff. I had salmon and some yellow rice and vegetables. And I did end up eating a dark chocolate almond peanut butter cups. There was just 2 in a pack. I really like those. But anyways, just some thoughts. I'm heading back to the house now. And I just thought I would share that with you. That I think nutrition and exercise kind of go hand in hand. I really think that you should do both of them. But maybe you can't do one right now. So I would say if you can't do the exercising right now because of time, that you would focus on what are you eating? What are you putting in your body? Because you keep saying, I'm exhausted. you're exhausted because you're missing all the meals. And then when you do eat, you're picking processed food or fast food. And, to just keep ahead, you're drinking a Red Bull here and there and having a coffee. Your body is like screaming, help. I need more water. I need nutrients. I need protein, and I don't know what works for you and works for other people. And really even what works for me. I know that when I'm not putting junk food in, like I said, I will go to the sugar, the cookies, the cupcakes, and some chips. I really don't eat a lot of chips. I found one that is a little healthier, I guess. But it's so easy to just eat a bag full of chips, eat half a sleeve of cookies. And, the Girl Scout cookies, I love them. But anymore, I think last year when I ordered, I opted to not have the cookies. I said, keep them or donate them, because I know me. I would be eating a whole box at one sitting. The Thin Mints, I love those, and some of the other ones. So it's a temptation for me. And so I have to really, pay attention. And I think that would be the biggest reason why I would want my own place, in the future, is that I get to choose what comes into the house, what's in the fridge, what's in the shelves. There's not, temptation. There's not cookies out and Pop-Tarts. I really like Pop-Tarts, so that's a temptation for me. And, I'm not blaming anybody. But if I have my own place, then I'm not tempted to, I'll just have one or two of those, or think about it. Because really, when you're addicted to something, sugar, whatever, you see it, you want it. And thankfully, when I'm at the store, I don't usually buy those things. I'm not going to say I've never, but for the most part, I don't buy it. Like I think on Friday they had banana muffins. They were single again with the donuts. And I prefer to just buy one instead of 4. That way I don't eat 2 at a sitting. Instead I just had one, and that satisfied, my craving. So I think moderation is key. And I think starting something, maybe some stretches in the morning, maybe go for a walk on your lunch or in the morning if you have time. And then, what are you eating? And if you don't, you're not a breakfast person. I really love breakfast, but I would say for me it is hard. I don't really feel ready to cook. It's already probably after 11. And so that, to me, that breakfast is over. I'm not going to be doing breakfast at this point. It'll be lunch. So I'm trying. I guess I don't need to eat 3 meals. I think the Apple, diet, their plan and thought was you have 3 meals a day plus 3 snacks, and you're eating more often. And then you're incorporating having apples before you eat, which does so much. I'm going to tell you, it really does work. And so I'm going to check out just kind of incorporating the apples again to help with, the sugar cravings and stuff. And I really like apples, and there's a lot of different types of apples that you can eat. So just some balance, rechecking, and then, looking at getting enough protein and some vegetables and some fruits. I mean, you have to be careful with that too. Bananas are really high in sugar, even though, it's not the sugar that is in cookies. I think you just have to kind of watch how you feel when you eat something. And, if you have, you might not be able to do dairy. Like there's some dairy I really can't do. I don't do milk. And I feel like, even though I really like yogurt and different stuff, I feel like it causes me issues, like just kind of in my sinuses and stuff. I'll be clearing my throat more and have more, mucus and stuff. And so I don't like that. And I have been doing cheese, but, I might cut back on it. And it hasn't been a lot. So just kind of paying attention and doing inventory of what you're eating. They suggest in the Apple diet to journal what you eat. And then getting enough water. I think they say, I forget how much. you do like an equation and you come up with the amount depending on how much you weigh. I think it was probably over 90 ounces for me. And that sounds like a lot of water. So I don't know. I'm still struggling with drinking that much water, but I'm sure it'll be good for me. And I'll look into that. I don't want to be drinking too much water. I want to be safe because you can drink too much water. But anyways, I just wanted to share that with you. And I might do another video a little bit later if I have time. We'll see. If not, I hope you have a good Monday. And wherever you're at, blessings. And have a good day. And maybe I'll talk at you later today. And if not, I will talk at you tomorrow. All right, bye.